Hey everyone, it's Gabe here, and today marks Minoxidil week 19. And aside from the usual updates, you're probably wondering why my beard looks a little trimmed down. And well, I got a story time for you to explain all that, because I had a really, for lack of a better term, really shitty haircut. Now, before I get into the story, my beard has gotten really itchy again. My beard oil usage has gone down because I found that it's been inhibiting the growth for some reason, because it has some stuff in there that would be considered estrogenic. So I'm gonna find some alternatives for that. But in the meantime, I'm still putting it on twice a day, and I had to recently trim it down thanks to a really bad visit to the barber. So I went to the barber about a week ago, like shortly after doing my video from last week. I decided, hey listen, I should probably get a haircut. My hair doesn't look too bad right now, but I feel like I should go now while I still have the chance because of work. And most of the time the barber closes early at around 7 o'clock, which is pretty early in my opinion. And by the time I get off work, I can't get a haircut because I get off around midnight. So I had my day off and I went to go to get a haircut at the usual barber, but like the people who do it like tends to vary every time because I don't really call ahead. My mistake. So that was, it was like 6:30, it was like 30 minutes before closing. I didn't know it closed at 7 until I got there. But I was there in time, and there was like 2 people still waiting for their haircut, and there was this guy that greeted me, and he was like, hey listen, you ready for a haircut? And I was kind of like wondering why no one was like being attended to by him, since it was like 2 people already there before me, but he attends to me first anyways. I guess they were just waiting for their usual guy. And now I realized why that was, because what I wanted was a high skin fade, slight trim off the top, and quite possibly a beard shape up, because I wanted to see what my beard should actually look like. Maybe I'm not supposed to keep all this hair because it doesn't fit me in one way or another, but we'll see. Let's try this out. So I get my skin fade first, and as a person who wears glasses, you have to take them off to get your hair cut, because otherwise they can't really do their job. And unfortunately it comes with the consequence of having to deal with whatever damage has been done, and you don't really know what your hair really looks like until you put back on your glasses and you take a look at the mirror and say, oh, it looks great, even though it might look horrible. So I'm over there and I sit in this chair. He does the high skin fade. He takes a good long while, but I feel like the guy was rushing. Because like I said, I came in 30 minutes before close, but like a high skin fade doesn't really take too long. But he wasn't really gentle, and the barber is already a very masculine place as it is. And it's very intimidating for me, because as a person who identifies as non-binary and not really feeling very comfortable with masculinity, especially in such a small space like that, it was very uncomfortable. And I wasn't, and this guy was like a kind of a stranger to me, but I gave him a shot. So what I ended up doing was I sat there, took my glasses off, told him to give me a skin fade, and he did so. And he wasn't very gentle. He kept doing the same thing over and over and over. But as I said, I only wanted a skin fade and a slight trim on top, so like my hair can keep the shape it was, because I liked my hair having the little swoopy thing and people running their hands through my hair. That felt really nice as a wolf-like person. Then he gets to the part where he does a shape up, and I didn't really ask for it because I do my shape up myself, because my last haircut already did the shape up for me. So I just like maintain it every 2-3 days, so I don't have to come back for another shape up, and I can just like go in, get my skin fade, and just maintain that shape. So he does that, and I was like, well, okay, I guess it wouldn't hurt to get a touch up, but he wasn't gentle with it. And he gave me a scar on this side where like the shape up was. He wasn't really exactly gentle. He didn't even put like any lotion or anything like my other guy did. He just like took it and forcefully like mowed the fuck out of my hairline. And when I put my glasses back on, my hairline was fucked. It was fucked because this side was forced further back than my natural hairline. My hairline here is straight up, unlike this one. This one's fine, but it might have been forced further back for some reason. But this one was forced further back, and it was never like that. I took a picture like 2 weeks ago of my face on the side, and it was straight up. I don't understand, like in 2 weeks it couldn't have retracted that much. And now that it's kind of growing back after a week, You could see it's actually straight up. I don't know why he did that. Like, you're not supposed to force someone's natural hairline back. And now it looks like I'm balding, and I'm just like, that's literally not the case. Granted, my hairline has receded, but not that to this extent. So it really bothered me about that. And not only did he fuck up my shape up and gave me a scar on the side, he also thinned out my hair. Like, the hair on top, I told him like all I wanted was a trim, but he takes out the thinning shears and he's like, oh listen, I need to thin out your hair because there's way too much. I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, why? I never asked for you to thin my hair. I liked my hair the way it was. It's what got me the swoopy shape in the first place. It gives my hair like character, volume. I don't style my hair to the point there it justifies thinning my hair. I don't style it. All I do is like put a little wax on it, like maybe like move it around a little bit, and bam, there's my swoop. I don't need to be thinned out. I didn't ask for it. This guy did a lot of things without permission, and on top of that, he took out a good chunk of my growing beard, and I had to trim it down for it to even look somewhat presentable. And after I saw the mirror, I was asking like, hey listen, how do you want your beard trimmed? And I was like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go home and actually try that myself, and if that fails, I'm gonna shave it all off. And this was like after he like took off a good chunk. I didn't notice it until I went home because it was pretty dark outside. And he was like, I think you should shave it off. And I was like, in my head, I was just like, what the fuck? Who says that? Like, what barber says their opinions like that? Like, this wasn't my usual guy where we can just joke around like that, and I have like absolute confidence in this guy for us to be having swapping conversations like that. But this guy was like so new. It was like he's Russian and everything is like old fashioned. He was like, I think you should shave it all off. And he kind of did, because after like I told him, no, I don't want a beard trim anymore. I feel like it was being petty, and he took off a good chunk of it so that I had to shave it. Which I did, and I trimmed it down to a like almost shaved length, but I didn't shave it all completely, and it's coming back pretty quick. But really, this really grinded my gears. It's the worst haircut I had in a while, and it's a very intimidating space as it is. It took up a lot of courage for me to go into a barbershop because, believe it or not, despite looking somewhat masculine to most people, I just think I'm being myself. I just don't put gender on everything that's on my face or anything. It's just like, it's a very masculine space, and it's something that I'm very uncomfortable with because I'm like a mix of both or nothing. I'm just neutral. I'm just like neutral gender. I just do whatever's comfortable. And so it was intimidating as it is, and now I'm even more intimidated to even go back because it's like, this guy already fucked up my hair. My hair looks flat as hell. I liked when my hair was like really hard to style and everything because that was just my hair. I like going natural. Like, I don't see why people have to thin out my hair and like basically what I like to think, whitewashing my hair simply because it's too much for a barber to manage. Like, I just want a simple skin fade, a slight trim on top, and that was it. I didn't ask for for you to maul my beard. I didn't ask for you to give me a shape up, and I certainly didn't ask you for your damn fucking opinion, alright, you asshole? I'm very mad about this because my hair is something I'm very vain about. It's actually what gives me more dysphoria than at my actual chest, and that says a lot because I had a recent episode of that. So now it's like I could hide my chest with a binder. Sure, I could pack down there if I'm feeling like somewhat dysphoric, but with my hair you can't really hide it, save for yourself for a hat, because at work you can't wear a hat. I have to display this everywhere and hope my hair is gonna come back because I haven't thinned out my hair in like 8 months. And for it to probably get back to that length, it will probably take like 8 months as well. So I'm really annoyed about that. Haircuts are a big portion of self-care for me aside from the gym and everything. So for it to be going horribly was really upsetting. I shed a few tears about that, and I was like really, really upset. And I know this probably sounds silly to all of you, but it was important to me. Getting a haircut was like the best feeling in the world. I remember my last haircut, it was gorgeous, it was amazing. I came out feeling like I was on top of the world and I could do anything. And I was walking around with a smile on my face at work. It was so liberating. It was so nice. I love when people touch my hair. It's nice. Now I feel like there's like nothing underneath. Like, it just feels like a thin nest. And that just upsets me. I'm sorry, but this guy fucked on my beard and he managed to fuck up my hair and he managed to make me feel bad about the beard that I'm growing. I'm just like, in other words, for lack of better terms, fuck you, guy. Fuck you. And I hope you enjoy that 1-star review I gave on your Google page. In any case, I hope you guys liked that little story. I thought it was something I would love to share with you guys and be a little more open. I'm starting to be more myself on camera, and that's a little hard for me to do, but it's something I'm striving for and all. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna do that minoxidil fact video. I'm actually having a lot more time now. I'm still putting it together, and I'd like to put more effort into my videos, so you know, I'd like to take my time on these things. But in any case, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I put out a video like once or twice a week. I'm trying to strive for twice, but we'll see. And I will see y'all real soon, and I hope you guys have an awesome week. All right, see ya.